We'll start this podcast in another 30 seconds. We are expecting more participants to join. Good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome to After Hours with William O'Neill India. My name is Rajashekhar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst. Before we go ahead into this presentation, I would like to state the disclaimer. Whatever stocks, ideations we discuss in this podcast are intended only for educational purpose, should not be taken as an investment advice. Let's look into Nifty's intraday chart taken from Zerodha website. You can see here Nifty had a gap up opening today, and the first 10-minute candle is the biggest candle it has made during the intraday session. And you can also see it made an intraday high above 17,800 in the first 10 minutes itself. However, as the session progressed, the index started to succumb to selling pressure, and you can see even though there was some mild pullbacks during the session, on the overall front, you can see the trend is very clear. It is on the downward front, and on closing basis also you can see it closed near the day's low, indicating not so good sign for the longs. The same can be told by looking at the Nifty's daily chart on MarketSmith India website as well. You can see this candle, which that is today's candle. The closing has happened near the day's low, which is a very bad sign for the longs. Prior to today's trading session, Nifty has closed on the higher end for the 7th consecutive trading session. So we can most probably can expect a session where profit booking can happen or selling can happen. So today might be that session where Nifty made a profit booking or selling pressure because of 7 consecutive trading sessions. On the technical front, if you see, the index is clearly trading above its key moving averages. That is 21, 50, 100, 200 EMS, which are very key moving averages among the investor community. And also, Nifty is not so off right now. It is trading near 70,650. That is around less than 1,000 points from its all-time high. This is not a major sell-off in the markets. Coming to the market status according to O'Neill lens, we are in a rally attempt and looking for a follow-through day from here. Follow-through day is when Nifty advances 1.5% or more on volume higher than the previous session. Until then, we'll be staying sidelines for sure. And if the follow-through day happens, it will definitely signifies a fresh rally is about to start because the price action is very strong and also volume action is also very strong. That indicates institutional investor activity has also increased. So until then, we'll be staying sidelines and we'll be looking out for stocks which are forming good base patterns or which are resilient in the current market structure and which are about to break out from their base patterns. Coming to the Nifty 50 index, you can see the major gainers here. Tech Mahindra has closed more than 3.3% higher. Maruti 2.8%, and another auto company that is Eicher Motors 1.7%. JSW and L&T have closed 1.9 to 2.3% higher. On the decliners front, you can see There are many companies from majorly the FMCG companies are there here. Britannia closed 2.8% higher, lower, sorry, and HUL Hindustan Unilever 2.7% lower. Nestle Industries, Nestle India has closed 2.6% lower. And there are also two financial services companies, that is Kotak Bank closing 2.7% lower and Bajaj Finserv closing 2.6%. Overall, on the decliners front, we have on the top five decliners are from FMCG and financial services sectors. The same can be replicated if you look at the sectoral view in the today's action. PSU Bank is the top gainer with 3.5% of gain. However, private banks and financial services index and Nifty Bank closed in the lower end, and Nifty FMCG you can see is the biggest decliner with 1.03% of loss. This is majorly because stocks like Britannia, HUL, Nestle, which have very high weightage in the index, have declined very sharply today. And other sectors have closed on the mixed basis. Nifty IT 0.7% higher, metals 0.4%, pharma also 0.4% higher. Some of the key news which have impacted and which will be impacting the market going forward are Brent Crude, which is a key parameter when it comes to macroeconomics of Indian economy, has slipped below $90 per barrel. RBI had estimated a crude oil price at around basket around $105 per barrel. So as long as this price stays below that level, definitely all finances will not get that impacted, and which will be a positive sign for the for our economy. Indian rupee has remained stable against the US dollar. It is currently trading at 82.72 rupees per dollar, whereas gold price has declined 0.5% during the trading session. Some of the stock specific news are Apollo Limited, the US FDA, that is US major agency which looks into medical resources, has completed its inspection at its facility at Vadodara, and also the US FDA has came out with no observations, which is a good sign for the company. And other major news is Ujjivan Small Finance Bank has received approval from SEBI for its IPO. Again, a good sign for the IPO market going forward. Indraprastha Gas has appointed Sukmal Kumar Jain as an additional director and chairman. The stock has rallied on this news and it closed near 6 to 7% higher, if I am not wrong. Nika, which is a recently listed company on the exchanges, has fallen 2% on the intraday basis, and the stock price is near its pre-IPO levels. This is majorly because IPO lock-in period has ended and institutional investors started to sell off the stock. The stock has been under selling pressure since its listing, which is not a good sign. For the chart of the day, we picked Coal India. The stock closed 0.3% lower here on the today's trading session. However, on the overall front, the stock is looking very good, both on fundamental and technical parameters wise. EPS of 91 indicates a good fundamental character. If you look at the quarterly earnings of this company, you will get to know the fundamental strength of this company. EPS has been had grown in double to triple digits in the last 4 quarters, and sales have also similarly reciprocated in almost triple digit growth for the last 4 quarters. There are many factors, and coming to technical parameters, RS rating of 76 signifies a good outperformance of this stock compared to the general market. The RS line is also trending higher, and the RS line is forming blue dots, again signifying a good, strong technical character of this company. Another major factor we look into any stock while we are evaluating is the number of funds section, that is institutional activity in the company. In the last 4 quarters, you can see clearly there has been net addition of funds on quarter-on-quarter basis. This is very positive for the company. This indicates that even though the company is a large cap company, still it is able to attract new institutional investors to get invested into this company. This is a very positive sign. Because if the number of institutional funds invested in the company increases, then the company will definitely have good support technically. If there is any weakness in the general market, then these institutional funds definitely will give support to the company. You can see here the stock has found support at its 200 DMA. This is very clearly because of institutional activity, and also it has respected most of its key moving averages. In this highlighted areas, you can clearly see the stock has been able to find support at its key moving averages. This is majorly because of institutional activity. They have good amount of money to give support to the stock when there are turbulent times in the general market. That is the reason we look for the number of funds, and we want the number of funds to be increasing on the quarter-on-quarter basis. So overall, on both technically and fundamentally, the stock is looking very good. The only concern is the market status is not encouraging us to add fresh breakouts. Currently, it is trading nearly around its pivot. Pivot is around 240 level, and the stock closed just minute levels below that pivot. So there is not much difference between the spot price and the pivot. But the only thing is that the stock is not able to find the momentum because of weakness in the market. As soon as the market structure improves, these stocks will definitely outperform the majority of the stocks, and it's always important to keep these kind of stocks under radar. When the market structure is changed to uptrend, these stocks will give 20 to 25% of gain within a small period of time, around 2 to 3 weeks. So you should always be prepared for those quick up moves. And in these turbulent times, even though we are staying silent, we are ready to make investments as soon as the market structure improves. Thanks for joining today's After Hours. Hope to have a very good trading session, and happy Diwali to everyone. Tomorrow is a market holiday, so we won't be having any pre-bill and after hours. We hope to see you again at Thursday's pre-bill.